Going guys, my name is TJP and welcome back to another NHL 22 rebuild. So this is our first challenge rebuild. So let me explain how these are going to work. They're very similar to my 2K, Madden, MLB rebuild challenges. We're going to turn off injuries, no morale, none of that BS that I keep on and don't turn off. So all that's going to be turned off. And we're going to do a fantasy draft for our very first rebuild challenge. So we have a couple like what if scenarios I think that a couple people recommended. So those will come after this first challenge here. So fantasy draft, how is this going to work? We're going to pick a random team. I don't know how many rounds there are going to be in the draft. We'll definitely do like the first 10 or so. And then maybe we'll just let the CPU auto-generate after that, but we're gonna get like the top guys, try to get maybe like a starting line. So if you guys enjoyed the content, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and let me know in the comments on the video. Check my source down in the description, as well as placing other NHL 22 franchise content. With that being said, let's get on first into how we're going to be deciding which team I'm going to be picking for this rebuild. Okay, so the way that we're going to determine which team we're going to be using in the fantasy draft, we're going to pick the team randomly. So I'm just going to scroll, have my eyes closed, count to 5. So we're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to go back in 3, 2, 1. Then we're going to go 2, 1. And then we're going to go 1. Da, 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 da. Columbus Blue Jackets. There you go. That is going to be the team that we use for our fantasy draft. So I turned off injuries, turned off morale. We have the fantasy draft all set, so let's just get on into it. So we're going to be using the Columbus Blue Jackets. This should be fun. So let's see how this is going to work, because I'm not really sure, since this is the first time I'm actually doing something like this in NHL. This should be fun. So we're going to keep salary cap on. Here we go. Fantasy draft. Here we are. So we have the 24th pick. Oh, I could randomize it until I get the number 1. I could actually give myself the number 1 pick, but I'm not gonna do that. 24. How about this? We'll randomize it 3 times. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, and whatever I get is the pick that I'll have. Let's go that route. I think that's fair. Okay, so ready? 1, 2, 3. 12th. All right. I read 3 randoms. That works for me. All right, let's start the draft. Okay, so for my first pick, I gotta go with Artemi Panarin. I have to. I know. I'm going Panarin. It just makes the most sense to go with him. I guess. Wow, these are really quick. Okay, so I guess we're at our next pick already. So here we are. Make pick. So we're gonna go Panarin first, and then next pick we're going to go with. Well, let's look. I'm gonna go with Thomas Chabot. We're gonna go with Thomas Chabot. Second pick. Okay, so with my third pick, I want a little center, so we'll go with Dylan Larkin. I wouldn't mind having a nice, solid goalkeeper. So we're going to go with Mackenzie Blackwood here. I need a right winger, so you know what? I'm going to go with Blake Wheeler here. All right, I'm going to get another defenseman, right defenseman this time, Jacob Trouba. I'm going to pick up my second left winger. You can also play a little bit of center. We got Chandler Stevenson. All right, I'm going to pick, like, based on youth and some potential here. We're going to go with Seth Jarvis. Kind of a reach here, but might as well get a little young guy on the squad. All right, another center. I'm going to go with Pius Suter, who could play center and left winger. I'm going to go with Esa Lindell, just another defenseman to have on the team. All right, I'm going to pick up Montour because I need another defenseman, another right defenseman. So I think I'm set right now for defense, and now we're going to go for some more forwards. All right, I think I'm going to pick up Andreas Johnson. All right, for our next pick, we're going to go with Jacob Silfverberg. Could play both winger spots. I think that'll be beneficial for me. All right, for our next center position, we're gonna go with Rasmus Asplund, 23 years old, could play center, left winger. So Rasmus, welcome to the squad. All right, I want to pick another goalie, so I'm gonna pick up Jonathan Quick. For our next center position, we're gonna go with Oscar Sundqvist. He can play center and right winger, which could be somewhat helpful. All right, with my next pick, next left winger, we're gonna go with Brandon Tanev. All right, next right winger, we're gonna go with Trevor Moore. You know, 79 world, 26. Could have a little bit of development into him. And, she's like a 4th stringer. Alright, I'm going to pick up another defenseman. We're going to pick up Zach Whitecloud. Alright, Jeremy Lausen can play both defense spots, so I think we're going to go with him. Plus, he's only 24 years old, so Jeremy Lausen, welcome to the team. My next pick, I'm going to pick up another right winger. We're going to pick up Garnett Hathaway. Alright, I'm going to go with Joel Kiviranta, with our next pick, like I said, play both winger spots, so left winger and right winger. And he's 25 years old and under contract for 2 more years. I'm going to pick up another left winger. Go Drew O'Connor. Again, I'm kind of trying to pick some like young guys that could be somewhat decent potentially by the 3rd season, or maybe even some trade asset. I don't know. Just some depth. Go for it though. He's a good guy. So for our next center's position, we're going to go with Nick Bonino, and we're going to pick him up. Just another center, just a depth guy. So I'll take him. All right, I'm going to go with Noah Gregor, just another center, 23 years old, 75 overall. Could potentially become like a starter, or not a starter, but like just someone that could potentially contribute to a winning team. So yeah, we'd go with them. It's gonna be the last pick I'm gonna make, and I'm just gonna see what the rest of the draft. So we're gonna go with Lucas Elvenez. So last pick, just another young guy potentially to have in the system. All right, so the last people we ended up getting, we get Silvas, Roger, LaJoy, okay, Alexandrov, Zito, and Cotter. I'm fine with that. So we're gonna take a look at the roster like once we get out of the screen. So I'm pretty happy with the team. I think we could be pretty decent. We're gonna have to make some moves obviously, but I think for now it's good. Let's see our roster. Okay, so we finished our draft, so let's take a look at the roster that we're going with for, well, what we have. So we have Panarin, Chabot, Larkin, Wheeler, Trouba, Stevenson, Lindell. I mean, you guys already saw. I mean, I pretty much drafted the team, and you guys saw the team that we ended up with. So I guess that is gonna be the squad. Now, obviously, our goalie's got Blackwood and Quick. So, I think that's pretty decent. A lot of the guys I picked are like guys that are in their prime, long-term deals, outside of the prime. Because, you know, we're trying to win within 3 seasons. So, I can always trade them as well if I want to, you know, go after somebody. But, let's take a look at the lines. I'm kind of curious to see how those are looking. So, with the Blue Jackets, we got Panarin, Larkin, Wheeler as my top line. Number 1 line, we got our number 2 line, number 3, number 4. It's actually a pretty solid team. And then the defense is not bad. I mean, the 3rd line is kind of bruh, but you know, maybe in due time. But yeah, I'm kind of liking this. I like this team. Like, I think Panarin and Thomas Chabot is a pretty solid. There's some 2 pretty solid pieces. There's a lot of good pieces on this team, but yeah, I think we're just going to keep the team in this for now because we just drafted them. Let's just simulate to the deadline, see how we're doing, or like in February, and kind of just assess the team once we get into February. Alright guys, so we are in February, like pretty much at the break, and we are sitting at 24-19-7, which is okay. It's not that great. We are at 55 points, only 2 behind the Penguins, so I do think that we're in the running. We're still in the hunt. So, yeah, let's take a look at the stats, see how everybody's doing. So, obviously there's no injuries, so I don't have to worry about that. So, looks like Larkin and Panarin, they're doing pretty good. 41 points between the 2 of them. They got Wheeler, Chabot, you know, solid. I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, it seems like a pretty balanced effort from everybody here, which is good. Everyone's played. Done their thing, obviously, so that's good to see. And then we take a look at the hits, block shots, giveaways, takeaways. So I'm looking at those. Not too bad. Are there any moves we want to make? Potentially there could be some moves or 2. The thing is, we're not going to have any cap space at all. In fact, we are way over the cap, I believe. But our goalkeeping is actually really solid. Our goalies are really solid. I keep saying goalkeeping. But yeah, goalies, look at that. Mackenzie Blackwood, man, he's doing really well. And Jonathan Quick, he hasn't played that much, but he is, when he's played, he's been pretty decent, so good for him. And, yeah, I want to see what my contracts are looking like, because I really am curious to see, like, is it worth trying to trade some guys? I mean, like I said, we have a lot of guys under contract, so maybe anyone that's expiring, we could potentially look to trade, but if they're just restricted, it's probably not worth it. We can always wait till the offseason to possibly move some guys, especially someone like the older guys. Maybe get some young guys in here, who knows. But I am cool with whatever happens. So, yeah, I'm just going to keep the team, I think, the way it is for now, at least in this first season. Then maybe we'll make moves in the offseason, maybe doing some draft picks and things of that nature. So I'll see you guys at the end of the year where hopefully we can become a playoff team. I'd like to make the playoffs if we could. That'd be great. So we did end up making the playoffs. We're taking on Washington in the first round. But before we do that, let's take a look at these stats for the year. So we won 45-29, 28-9. We actually had a really nice second half of the year. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with the way the team performed. Just curious to see how we did from a team standpoint. So in terms of the entire league, who's the best? Looks like the Senators had the best point total. We were sitting at 7th. We had 99 total points, so pretty decent. In terms of goals for per game, let's just see where we were ranked. Kind of near the top half, top middle. That's good to see. And then defensively, well, we were top 4 defense, so we didn't allow that many goals. So maybe we need to worry about getting a little bit more guys that could score a little bit better, but I'd say for the most part, we're pretty good. So, Aaron with 70 points, got Larkin, had a pretty solid season as well. Blake Wheeler looks like he's my leading goal getter with 32 goals. So, yeah, I'm just looking at the team. Honestly, pretty solid team. I'd say it's pretty good. I think I did a pretty decent job drafting. I mean, obviously we did pretty good. So, the hits, blocks, giveaways, takeaways, you guys can see some guys there, some big heavy hitters. 116 block shots for the homie, Thomas. So, and he's only going to get better. So that's good to see. In terms of goalies, Blackwood was very good, and so was Jonathan Quick. He was great as backups. This is exactly what you want to see from your goalies. So good stuff there, from both Blackwood and Quick. So, here's the playoff tree in case you guys are curious. So like I said, we were taking on the Washington Capitals. We were in like the right side. So, this could be tough. They were one of the better teams in the NHL. They were the second best team in terms of points, but you never know what could happen. I don't know how we fared against them. We did lose our last game against them in overtime, 5-4. So here we go. Not that that means much, but here we go. Game number 1, let's simulate. Game 1 against the Capitals, we lose 3-0, get shut out. Game 2, we also lose 5-2. Okay, so we're down 2-0, not a good sign. We lose 3 straight. I would love to not get swept, and we get swept, because that makes a lot of sense. I don't understand why we couldn't even get a single game. You couldn't even give us a single game, EA, really? Somehow the Flyers upset the Senators, who were the best team in the NHL. So there you go. And we couldn't even get a win. Okay. Gotcha, EA. All right. So either way, I mean, at least we made the playoffs in our first season. So promising. Could build off that. Yeah, I'll see you guys at the end of the year where we got some draft moves to make, potentially some trades, and maybe even a free agent signing or two. So I'll see you guys once I'm there. The Vegas Golden Knights are your Stanley Cup winners. Let's take a look at the awards before we do anything else. So, taking a look at the awards just to see if we had anybody. Probably not going to have any Blue Jackets. I wouldn't expect it. So, individual awards. No Blue Jackets. Alright, that's fine. No biggie. Alright, so, yeah, let's just go on to the off-season and start the draft. Alright, first trade I made with the Coyotes. I had a 23rd and a 25th round pick. 25th pick. 23rd, 25th. So 2 first-rounders. We moved up to get pick number 12 from the Coyotes. So we could try to draft somebody there or package that pick in another trade. Alright, pick 12 and a future first-round pick to the Edmonton Oilers for pick number 5. So now I'm in the top 5 of the draft. So I'm just going to sim to that pick. We're going to pick somebody with the 5th pick. So hopefully they will be decent. So sim to pick number 5. So let's see who's out there that's potentially decent. Curious to see who went. There could be some decent guys here. So let's make a pick. So we go with Matthew Savoy. He could be an option potentially. We could go with Joakim Kemmel. Who am I leaning towards? Probably Matthew Savoy. I think he might be a decent option. So, Winnipeg Ice. Yeah, let's go with Matthew Savoy. So, we're going to go with him to be our young guy, potentially future trade piece. And, yeah, welcome to the team. So, this is the summary of the draft. I didn't just sim the rest of the picks. So, there you go. Cool stuff there. So, on to the re-sign phase we go. So, my biggest signing I want to make is just to retain Blackwood. I wouldn't mind retaining Quick. For the right price, but most of my other guys are I'm just going to offer the qualifier for. We do have some expiring contracts coming up for next season, so maybe we look to move some of those players. I mean, I'd like to keep Larkin, but, you know, like maybe like Johnson and Suter potentially could be an option to move, and Trevor Moore could be an option, Bonino, and just some guys down here we could potentially move. So, but for now, we're just going to offer my guys qualifiers re-signed by both my goalies, or maybe try to get another goalie to replace Quick, although I'd like to keep Quick. And yeah, let's just do that. Oh, I actually just completely read that wrong. I thought they're actually not under contract. So, we're going to have enough money to potentially sign like a decent player then in free agency. I did not see that. I could have sworn that it said that they were free agents, but either way, we're going to get a couple of our picks here. It's obviously Matthew Boy, the big guy that we drafted, so there we go. Let's just advance the free agency and see if there's anything we could potentially, someone we could potentially sign that could be decent. Alright, I'm going to do this deal with the Canucks. We're going to get a second, third round. We're going to give them a second, third round pick. We get a fourth, sixth round pick. We also get back Riley in the deal. I do need another defenseman, so getting Mike Riley wouldn't be too bad of an option. Decent player, and I think he has 2 years left, so we could always potentially move him next year, so in case things aren't working out. So yeah, I'm going to do this trade with the Canucks. So I picked up Dustin Brown. We just need another right winger, so yeah, Dustin Brown, welcome to the team. Alright, so starting season number 2, let's take a look at the roster that we are going with. So, we still have Panarin, got Chabot, Larkin, Wheeler, Trouba, Stevenson, Suter, Johnson, Silverberg, Brown, Lindell. I mean, you guys see, the team's pretty solid. I'm liking the way we're looking right now. This is looking pretty good. So, in terms of our goalies as well, we still got Blackwood, we still got Quick. They were going to be free agents this season, this upcoming season, so this should be interesting. We might potentially look to make some moves in February or before February, just depending on some of our expiring contracts, which, I mean, you guys saw that we have some guys that are going to be up for free agency after this year, so maybe we look to move them potentially and try to get some things back for them, especially if we can't sign them, because I don't know how much money we'll be able to have and if these guys are even really worth retaining. So maybe we trade them for some young guys or maybe some picks and try to make some trades, especially if we're not good or as where we want to be. So because I would like to sign another like really good guy, especially next season. I think that could potentially be a thing. So yeah, we're going to simulate once again. If there's a move that pops up that we want to make, I'll show you guys. Otherwise, I'm just gonna see you guys at the end of the year, or not at the end of the year, but at the end of January, so in February. But yeah, here are the lines, just in case you guys wanted to see before we just simulate. So there you go. Pause and take a look. Honestly, lines I think are better this year than they were last season. So hopefully this year we're better. I'll see you guys, like I said, either in February or once I make a move. Alright guys, so we're once again only the 5th ranked team in our divisions. We're really not doing as great as I thought we would. We're currently 26, 20, and 3, which isn't that great. So we're definitely going to have to make some moves because I don't really know if this team is going to be good this season. I think it might be a lost cause. But taking a look at the stats here, so Naren's doing with 43 points, not too bad. I mean, we just don't have a guy that can actually put the puck into the friggin' goal. Oh my goodness. Everyone's so good at getting assists and setting up other people. We just can't score, though. Literally, like, what the hell is this? I mean, the team isn't too bad, like, in terms of offense. I don't think we are. It's okay. I feel like it could be better. Looking at the hits, blocks, giveaways, takeaways. I mean, you guys can take a look in here at the stats. I mean, yeah, we need to get rid of these guys, these expiring contracts, because I don't think I'm going to keep a lot of these guys. And we're maybe just going to try to get something for them. Maybe some picks, maybe some players. So, in terms of our goalies, how we doing there? Blackwood's doing excellent. Quick is not having that good of a year, so he's potentially expendable as well. And, yeah, but Mackenzie Blackwood's playing really, really well, so that's good to see, at the very least. But yeah, I'm going to take a look at some of the guys that we might want to look to move, so I'm definitely going to make some moves. I'm probably just going to say screw this season, unless we get hot and maybe make the playoffs, but I don't know, unless there's a big trade we can make. But either way, I'm definitely going to make some moves. So let me look at the contracts, and I'll get back to you once I make a move. All right, Dumais and Trevor Moore to the Carolina Hurricanes. And we traded for Brooke and a second-round pick from them. So that's the first trade we're making. All right, Suter, Jarvis and Johnson, 2 first-round picks, to the Canadians for Perfetti. I traded for Perfetti. I wanted to clear some cap space, and he's a young guy, and he's probably going to get some ice time. So, yeah. I think I'm going to make one more move, and then I think I'm done making moves for now. Hathaway, Roger, 2 seconds and a third-round pick to the Predators for Mercer, right winger. So there we go. I think this is pretty much all the moves we're going to make. So those guys are also going to be on restricted deals, so we could always qualify them. So I think this team is looking pretty solid now, and we're also a lot younger, so I'm happy about that. And I think we're going to have some money potentially to play around with in free agency. I guess we're just going to hold on to Jonathan Quick for now, but we're probably going to end up getting a replacement for him. We're not going to re-sign him. So, yeah. Unless he proves himself in the second half of the year. But even then, I might want to just go get a different goalie, backup goalie at the very least. So, yeah, I'm going to sit with the rest of the season, and I'll see you guys at the end of the year where maybe we can go on a nice second half of the year run. So we ended up making the playoffs. We ended up having a pretty decent second half of the season, and we just slipped in, and we were taking on the Flyers in the first round. Before we do that, though, let's take a look at how we did. So we were 45, 31, and 6. That would equate to 96 points, and we're taking on Philly, who was pretty good. So yeah, first round series against the Philadelphia Flyers. But before we do that, though, let's take a look at let's see where we ranked in the National Hockey League in terms of the entire league. So the Penguins had the #1 seed. They were the best team in the NHL. We were the 11th best. In terms of scoring, we were number 8, which is pretty good. And in terms of our defense, we were also number 8. So not bad in terms of goals against, the goals for per game. So let's take a look at how we did. So Artemi Panarin did his thing out there, 75 points, lead the team. Then we got Blake Wheeler. I guess he's my best scorer right now. 34 goals for him, so good stuff from him. Dustin Brown actually was a very nice pickup for me. I'm just looking at the stats. Yeah, for the most part, the team was pretty solid. Again, we had a nice second half of the year, so that's great to see. And we are in the playoffs again, so that's awesome. Cole Perfetti, he was also really nice too. He did a good job, and he's young, so hopefully next year's the season. We're gonna be pretty good. I'm hoping next year's the year we really win it. I mean, I wouldn't mind winning it this year, but I'm really hoping next year will be our year. But yeah, just take a look. Hits, blocks, shocks, giveaways, takeaways, in case you guys want to see. 156 hits for my man Larkin. We got to re-sign him. He's gonna be like our priority in the offseason because I would like to keep him around, just because he's been really good. So we want to keep him around. And, forgot to show you guys the goalies. Take a look at how they did. So, goalies. Mackenzie Blackwood, absolutely incredible. Jonathan Quick, you are not going to be on the team next year. You are done. You're not going to be on the team. I'm not re-signing you. Absolutely not. After that, no thanks. No thanks. Alright, top right corner. Take it on Philly. Maybe we can win a game. That would be great if we win a playoff game this year. I would really appreciate that. Last time we played Philly, we lost them 7-3, and we lost them 7-2. So, confidence. Game 1, we lose 5-1. Game 2, we lose 4-2. Can we actually get a win? Can you give us a win, EA? That'd be great if you can give us a win. Nope. You don't want to give us a win? Not even one win, EA? Nope. That's an embarrassment. It's funny because, like, it's really interesting how EA does their things. And I know people go, oh, yeah. Listen, guarantee. You guys saw the best team. Oh, look at that. The Penguins are down 3-1. They're going to lose. They're not even going to win the friggin' Stanley Cup. They're the best team. It's almost never the best team. It's crazy. But then again, I guess that's just not how it works in hockey, which makes sense. It really only makes sense in basketball. I feel like it's the only sport where, like, a lot of the time the best team wins. Like, I feel like basketball is very predictable. Baseball, not as much. Same thing with, I guess NFL, you kind of can, but even then it's to a lesser degree than for sure the NBA. But yeah, either way, I don't know. We got one more season. I wasn't expecting to win. I would have liked to win a playoff game, but I guess I'm asking for too much by doing that. So yeah, let's see when Stanley Cup and show you guys the awards, and we'll go on to our third and final season of this video. Fair play. At least we lost to the eventual Stanley Cup winners, the Philadelphia Flyers. Good for them. You know what? As long as we lost to the eventual champions, I'm fine with that. I guess. Not really. I'm not really fine with that. But what can you do? So, I wanted to look at the awards. So let's take a look at those, see how we did there. Don't think we're going to have any Blue Jackets. In fact, I can pretty much say with certainty that we're not going to have any. But if Nathan MacKinnon is a free agent, you know I'm going to want to go after him. And to my surprise, we don't have anybody. So, awesome. Let's go on to our third and final season. Alright, I traded away 3 first-round picks and a second-round pick to the Ottawa Senators for pick number 3. So now we have a top 3 pick in the draft. Alright, so we have pick 2 from the Predators, which we traded for. So I guess we're just going to take Connor Bedard. I wanted to try to get number 1 pick from the Rangers, but unfortunately I couldn't. But Connor Bedard, still a solid player. And again, now we have Savoy and Bedard. So that's huge for us. So fair play. So this is just the people who ended up drafting. Most of the guys don't really matter. But we're on to the re-sign phase. This is where it should get interesting, because we do want to re-sign Dylan Larkin. He's going to be the main guy that we need to re-sign. Also, as well as Blackwood, but although he's restricted, so it's not too big of a deal. But yeah, Larkin, want to keep him around. I don't know how much money he wants. Wants a 2-year deal, $8.8 million. I guess we can get him that. That should be okay. And then Sundqvist, I guess we can let him walk. Brooke and all these other guys, we're definitely going to qualify them. So we're just going to do that. And we actually have a lot of money, so this should be fun. I'm excited about that. Alright, so pretty obvious that I would re-sign Mackenzie Blackwood, especially the way he's been playing this entire video. We did re-sign Dylan Larkin as well, so I think most of those guys took up a lot of the cap space. So I don't know how much money I'm actually going to have. I think we might have enough to sign like a pretty good player, or good players if we want to go with that. I think we get like an elite guy if we want. We also, obviously, are going to sign Connor Bedard in the event we want to, you know, have him play or maybe trade him down the line. So let's advance to free agency. We picked up Patrick Hornquist. I need right wingers. So he's one. We also got Cole Lind, whose contract didn't get matched, and we got Evgeny Dadonov, another right winger. Wade Allison, another right winger, as well as Zach Aston Reese. Trade with the Calgary Flames. So I'm going to trade away Osala and Barnes. We're going to get a 5th-round pick and Braden McNabb, who can obviously contribute more to us than these 2 guys will in our next season. So, yeah. Thank you for this trade, Calgary. All right, so we picked up David Ritchie, backup goalie, I guess. So I'm done making moves. We're going to simulate to our 3rd and final season. Start at the 3rd and final season. I'll see you guys once I'm there. So we're just going to do this trade with the Coyotes. 2 6th-round picks. We're just going to take on Ian Cole from the Coyotes. Just a small little trade, and he can play both defense positions, so he is versatile in that sense. So yeah, we're just going to do the trade. Alright, so in our 3rd and final season of this Fantasy Draft Rebuild Challenge, here's the team that we're rocking with. I mean, you guys can take a look. So pretty much the same. I mean, with the exception of a few additions that we did make. So I am kind of excited. It looks as though both Bedard and Savoy are not in the NHL right now, so if by the time one or both of them are not in the NHL by February, or if I don't decide to call them up, then I think what I'm going to end up doing is trying to flip them for somebody that can help me win now, potentially. Or I could bring them up. Then one or the other. I don't know. Depending on what I want to do. I haven't really thought about it yet, but yeah, goalies, Blackwood is just unbelievable, and yeah, this should be fun. I'm excited to see how this team's going to play. I think we should be good, but, you know, again, knowing the game, I don't think we're actually going to be as good as we think we should be. Weirdly enough, I would rather have had Silverberg, but if this is a better line chemistry, even though I thought I turned off chemistry, but I guess not. I don't know if that's even a thing that you could do in this game, but, yeah. I did turn off morale, so that's something. But either way, you guys see this team's looking pretty good, so hopefully we can maintain said status of me thinking that we're going to be good by winning all of these games. So if there's a move that we want to make, it'll pop up. Otherwise, I'll just see you guys in February, where we're probably going to have to make a move or two. We're absolutely pathetic. Currently last. I don't know how we're last. I don't understand it. 19-28, an absolute embarrassment. Time to just probably give up. We're not going to win at all. This team's an embarrassment. That's really all I can say. Yeah, we're not even good. Like, there's no point in even trying to continue this video, but I guess we're going to. We can't score, so we need to make some trades. I don't even know what we could potentially even trade for, but yeah, this team is kind of an embarrassment. Second worst offense in the league, and then our defense is absolutely putrid as well, near the bottom. So, actually not even near the bottom. What am I talking about? We're actually in the middle. But even then, it's not good. Who cares? We're terrible. Yeah, 38 points for Panarin. He's not really doing as well as I thought he would. No one can really score a goal on this team, so it's kind of a joke. We really need to trade for somebody that can actually put the puck into the net. So I'm going to have to look to see if there's any guys that we could potentially trade for, because this is not cutting it. This team is not cutting it. So, hits, blocks, giveaways, takeaways. You guys can take a look in here. Pause. Slow down the video. Yeah, I mean, it's not even that our defense is that bad. It's just that we can't score. Like, I mean, if we could score, we'd probably be a lot better, but we just can't put the puck into the net, into the goal. Blackwood not having as great of a year as he has in the past, and Rittich as a backup. It's But yeah, we need to make trades. This team's not good enough. Either I have to trade Bedard and Savoy for guys that can actually potentially salvage this season, or we have to call them up. I'm going to take a look at my team and see what I want to actually do. All right, Savoy and a third-round pick to the St. Louis Blues for Kemmel. So I traded for Kemmel, someone that's really young that could potentially score a lot. So welcome to the team. Alright, an absolute massive deal that I'm just going to need to show you guys was just done. So, I traded a bunch of players. Basically, I just traded half my team. Essentially, the biggest move I did, the biggest two players, the main pieces were Bedard and Patrick Lane. So that was with the Canadians, but yeah, I'll show you guys the move that I made. So, here it is. Trades. So, Mac Ross, we traded away Ice Lindell. Absolute huge trade. I'll try to keep the move before I clicked accept, because I wasn't really talking, but yeah, absolute massive trade. And it's really just like a win. This is like, okay, we just gotta go for it. I was trying to call up Bedard, but the game just wasn't letting me, so I was like, alright, cool. I guess we're just gonna have to trade him, so yeah. That is a thing. So, this team should be fun. I mean, again, I'm looking at this team. I feel like we should be a lot better than what we are. We also got Soderstrom in the deal. Hopefully, that trade will help us out and actually make us somewhat decent, because, like I said, we are currently in last place right now in our division. So, we really need to pick it up this second half of the year. Otherwise, this is a failure. So, I will see you guys at the end of the year. Alright, 2 fourth-round picks. We get a fourth-round pick in Goligoski from the Ducks. I don't know what happened to this team. I don't know why we were so bad. But we didn't make the playoffs. I don't understand what happened to our team. 30, 42, 10. Embarrassing. You hear the stats. I'm not even going to read them. You guys pause, take a look in case you guys want to look. I don't know how this team just decided to bottom out in the last year. It really is mind-boggling how that actually happened, but, well, made the playoffs twice, couldn't win a frigging game, and then we finished in last place. Alright, cool. Here are the stats. Doesn't really matter, because like I said, we didn't make the playoffs. So, failure of a video, but it is what it is. Goalies, you guys take a look, pause. It wasn't that good. Nothing was good. There's really nothing positive about this season at all. Season was an absolute atrocity. We were an embarrassment. We don't even deserve to be an NHL team anymore. We should actually be revoked. Could not score to save our life. Bottom 3 in that department. And our defense, well, that was sort of like middle of the road at best. Embarrassing. Just a pathetic effort there. So, awards, I don't even really care about showing you them, but I guess I will. Let's just simulate, see who wins the Stanley Cup, and then just close out the video. Alright, so somehow the Canucks won the Stanley Cup. Good for them, I guess. Let's take a look at the awards. Any awards? Any awards? Any awards? I mean, we're not gonna have any awards, but in case you guys want to look, here they are. Pause and take a look. I just want to close out this video. I'm actually really annoyed that we're terrible. We were terrible. Didn't win a single playoff game, and we also just, yeah, we just couldn't do anything. Couldn't score. I don't understand it, but alright. Well, let's close the video. Well, guys, so couldn't complete the challenge, but if you guys liked the video, leave a like and subscribe. Leave in the comments of the video. Check my social time description as well. Please connect with other NHL 22 franchise content as well as check out my channel as well in case you guys like content from me. And yeah, with that being said, guys, take care. Have a nice night. See you soon, and peace.